Ha! Pretty good this time, wasn't it? Hello, my beautiful people. As you can tell, it is autumn in New York, as I've said. Light is fading fast, so I want to get this recorded so it can go up tomorrow. And first of all, Merry Christmas. I love Christmas. I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe it's not cool to say that you love Christmas, but I absolutely adore Christmas. I read too much Hegel not to love Christmas. And with that in mind, I'd like to recommend 5 films because we're coming up close that are perfect in case you're like stuck somewhere and watching Hallmark Christmas movies, which absolutely suck. First 2 are both by the director Billy Wilder. Genius director. If you don't know Billy Wilder, you completely should. I trust pretty much everybody watching this knows Billy Wilder. First is The Apartment. Absolutely gorgeous film. You will fall in love with Shirley MacLaine, and she rocks that haircut better than anyone since Anna May Wong. So, beautiful film. You should totally watch it. Second one, Stalag 17. You can even watch this with your grumpy grandparents, that uncle that won't shut up. It's World War II. They love that crap, you know? Third one. Probably shouldn't watch this one with parents, but maybe your parents are cool. Who knows? And that would be 3 Days of the Condor, which is like the height of the 70s paranoid films. Takes place during Christmas. Wonderful Christmas film. Number 4. Here we go. Total Madness. Terry Gilliam's Brazil. His version of 1984, except this time, even Santa Claus and the Maître D are in on the action. So that's a great paranoid one to watch as well. And last but not least, of course, is the absolutely fabulous Female Troubles. John Waters, divine, just, oh my god, completely anti-hippie, Baltimore gonzo, so perfect, and completely a Christmas film. So there you go. Hopefully you're all enjoying the holidays. As I said, I absolutely adore Christmas. I think everything about it is fun. So I hope you're having a great holiday. This one I wanted to, just say Merry Christmas with. And once again, I am exploring more of the oil pastels, gouache, and watercolor combination. Kind of borked it the last time, and let's keep on borking it until we figure it out. So, if I don't see you before then, have a beautiful Christmas. I'll definitely see you before the new year, and thank you for making this year so good. Love you all. Take care. Bye. Like I said in the intro there, what I really wanted to do this week was simply have almost a Christmas card to everyone. I know there's more than a few Scrooges out there, but you do you. I'm gonna enjoy just having time off, or whatever. As usual, starting out with the lettering, the Tachikawa nibs. This time only had to do the broad lettering. I did realize later that I dropped that Y straight off the banner there. Not even gonna try to hide it. This is the interesting part of drawing while lifted. And if you take a very close look at Al Ghul there, you notice he has a set of Christmas clackers on him. You can actually thank Kathleen for that one there. She originally thought that the owl down on the bottom, I had deliberately drawn a pear on him. Then I remembered a Christmas card that I sent to my good friend Laura Jane of Staghorn House. I've mentioned her before. You should actually check out her Etsy shop. I don't think you can do it in time for Christmas, but Valentine's Day is coming up. I'll put the link in the description below. Go and check her out. I guarantee that you'll love it. And I actually had a lot of fun with this. What I was trying to mimic there with Chico and the owl is, remember every time when you were a kid and your mom was trying to get you to line up for a family photograph or you're at a family get-together? And you probably were the Weisenheimer kid that would not comply, making faces, that type of thing. Yeah, that's what I tried to emulate going on there. But yeah, once again, abusing the PBO, putting the resist down, because if you watched last week's episode, I tried a new thing with using oil pastels on top of gouache and watercolors, and it didn't come out all that great, but I am a stubborn idiot, so I decided to keep on going at it until we figure this out. So the resist is going down, then the gouache, watercolors, and then we will do the oil pastels. It's getting slightly better. And this time I did remember to wet the paper before putting the gouache down. And this time, didn't use green like an idiot. I was smart and put the red down, so it would make the colors that go over the top of it really pop out there. I can abuse the color wheel finally. And it's kind of nice doing the skies with a combination of gouache and watercolor. I really enjoyed that. And once again doing chase the board around with the eraser to remove that resist. And this is where I got good. I was using the Schmincke Super Granulating Green on this because I was looking at our own Christmas tree that you could see in the background when I was doing the intro there. And it has several different layers of green, which, that's the great thing I like about this, is it's an exercise in how to see. So I wanted to get that kind of darker green in there with a little bit of granulation. I thought I would help quite a bit. And I'm pretty satisfied with the way this turned out. And then came back over with some Renaissance sap green in there. And I really like the way these two colors work together. They gave them a nice, a depth that I really enjoyed. And leaving the very tips of the branches there, just that tundra green to a little bit of white, knowing I come back in because I wanted that to be the highlights for that. The great thing about doing this with cartooning is you don't have to worry about being exact. You can play around quite a bit, which is a wonderful thing. Of course, I'm always saying everybody should play more, but yeah, you should definitely play more. And it was kind of nice doing, it was a little bit of a pain doing everything so small, but at the same time it was nice just having one page, that was it, done. Who knows, I'll have to do this a little bit more. You know me, I'm a bear of limited intelligence. It takes me several tries to get something. And oh my god, am I in love with Daniel Smith's neutral tint? I also love Jane's gray. Those two together, yeah, I abuse the crap out of them. And I think that my two favorite characters to paint at this point are Howden and Al Ghul, because Howden is just quinacridone gold, and then Al Ghul is the gold with, watercolor confections of gold with watercolor confections of coconut. So it's just a subtle difference in shade there for Al Ghul, but I don't know, it just makes him very fun to paint. And I did the same thing with those simple little Christmas decorations, with letting the paper kind of shine through a little bit to give it the highlights, knowing I'd probably come back in later and deal with it. And painting his clackers. That should make him feel good. Now this time I remembered, I learned from the last time that Liquitex clear gesso does a very good job, but it can lead to a touch of streaking if you're not careful with it, and I utilize that to my advantage here with the shadow underneath the alcohol where I kind of made it a little bit darker. I went in there and it smeared. You can tell that I like everything bagels with a smear, and but it smeared the ink in the watercolor that was already laid down just a touch, which I really like that effect, so I'll have to work more. And here, instead of just laying down solid fields of color, I dabbled in, and what I did was not just greens but some blues and purples, because when you look at the ground when it has just a little bit of snow in it, there's hardly any actual white. There's a lot of variations of blues and the reflected light, that type of thing. So I went in, dabbled several shades of blue, and then went on top of it with a little bit of white. And while I was at it, added a little bit of depth to the Christmas tree there. Because even though I vary the greens, a little bit of color is always fun to screw around with, you know it? And then doing the same. I'm starting to realize that with oil pastels, less is more. It's very easy to go overboard with them. And people that use them to do entire portraits and that type of thing, oh, my hat's off to you. Everybody talks about watercolor being a difficult medium. I think oil pastels really have that down. And I did not know that oil pastels were actually invented, or asked to be invented by Picasso. And look at that, we're at the end. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all. Have a great Christmas. Bye.